And welcome back into the Bettor Half Hour. For the first time ever, I'm sitting, and it's for good reason. We got an in-studio guest, my man Sean Little. You've seen him on this show. You've seen him on the Betting Exchange, host of the No Ketchup podcast. Sean, great to be with you, my man.
I'm glad I could get you off your feet, man. We can relax, talk a little sports betting, we good. I'm glad to be here, man. Thank you for having me.
We're halfway home to a beverage over here.
Yeah,
a little TV, throw on the Knicks. We're living.
Yes, absolutely right, man. I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's start out a little bit generally. I want to get into the mind of Sean Little as a betting veteran and a sharp.
Sure.
Take us a little bit into your process, how you approach a game. We can go NFL with it. We can go NBA with it. Just a little bit of your Good Burger secret sauce on how you break down a game.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much the same for NFL, NBA, whatever I'm watching. The biggest thing for me is watch the film because there's so much noise in between the week. There's guys like you, there's guys like me that come on and tell you a lot of stuff. You yourself, go watch the film, pick out what you like, what you think is going to happen with that matchup, and then I look at spots. I'm a big spots guy. I'm not a trend guy. So what I typically like to look at is the spots. I watch the film. I look at individual matchups. And then if a trend supports that, that's when I might start to ratchet up the unit number a little bit. But watch the film. The film doesn't lie. The stuff in the middle of the week with the media, they could tell you all types of stuff and different narratives can be playing out. But watch the film. I'll tell you what you need to know.
Well, NFL in particular, it's a very week-to-week league. You've been seeing dogs barking since like week 9 over here.
Yeah.
Will you, since you're a spots guy, look at a team like the Bengals who crush the Steelers? Biggest loss for Pittsburgh since 2016.
Yeah.
And then they got the Chargers coming off a couple of interesting games. They did win against the Steelers a couple weeks ago, but they got crushed in Denver. Take us into your process from something like that. Do you get too high or too low off a team coming off a win or no?
Yeah, I think you said it. The Bengals are about as high as they're going to get, right? Like right now. They had 2 straight. Listen to what happened with the Bengals. They had 2 straight bad L's. They're bottom of the barrel. No one wants to touch them. Then they come back. They win 2 straight in spectacular fashion. Now they're top of the barrel, and they're tough to back when they're in that spot. And it's kind of the flip with the Chargers right now. They're coming off a couple tough games, and now when people start to get that praise and that love, it seems like in the NFL, that's when things start to flip. That's a game that I would have to stay away from. Those are the type of spots where I try to look for another spot because I wanted to catch the Bengals last week, not this week.
So I was just talking about this, and I've heard it from a lot of different sharps. Are you someone that likes to shop around for your favorite line and get the best number, even a little closing line value? Lines will move. Will you wait at a certain time in the week to fire on a game?
It depends where I'm at with my research. I think a big thing for me anyway, is I like to go into my research clear-headed. Because if I go into my research with something that I think I like, I can always find a narrative or some research or some numbers to back that up, right? So if I go in thinking like, I really like the Bengals this week, I can go into my breakdown and find a reason why I think the Bengals will cover the number or why they wouldn't, right? So I think the biggest thing is try to go in clear-headed, and that's where I find my best results, I feel like.
And as you become more and more sharp, what's been the biggest thing you could share out there with the audience trying to get better that you made a mistake doing early on that you no longer do? Because there's mouse traps everywhere.
There's traps all over the place. I think the biggest thing for me is pass. You don't always have to take the game.
I cannot take a game.
I know it. And a lot of people are like that, and you get that feeling in your stomach like, this is a spot that I don't know if I'm ever going to get again. And I'm telling you, as a veteran that's been doing this for 10 plus years, that spot's you're gonna get that same feeling in 2 weeks, the next week maybe. There's always gonna be a game that you think you really, really like and can capitalize on and can make money. There's always gonna be another spot. If it's iffy, just pass, man. Just wait.
And can you talk about the gambler gut? Because that's real. And I've done it so many times, too many times, where I know I shouldn't do it and I do it anyways. It's almost that, younger child, trying to just, I gotta go to bed, I can't stay up, yada, yada. I'm staying up. Same thing in gamblers' world. I can't stay away. How do you help me or help us out there?
Yeah, I tweeted out the other day, or not the other day, a couple weeks ago, Aaron Rodgers at Lambeau Field, I don't care what the number is, I don't care who the team is, it's a stay away. if I'm not backing the Packers, it needs to be a stay away.
Right.
And I felt like that should be law. Like that was like, I was talking to myself when you tweet, you're talking to yourself.
Yeah.
I was like, anytime the Packers are at home and Aaron Rodgers is playing quarterback, if you're not going to back them, don't back the other team. It's just about, sometimes I have to do stuff to get past kickoff. If you really are getting that fire, just back away from the TV, put your phone down, go do something else. I know that sounds very degenerate, but whatever works for you to get to calm down and that anxiety to kind of tail off before kickoff, do what you got to do. But pass. You can do it. And there'll be another game next week, the next day that you'll like.
Now, when you fire, do you particularly, I know you go in clear-headed, you mentioned that. Do you lean underdogs with points, whether it's NFL, NBA? Do you like favorites? Are you a teaser guy, a little parlay here and there? I
do like teasers when it comes to football. The Wong teaser has been proven that over the years is successful. If you don't know what Wong teaser look that up. We could have a whole segment on that, but go look up the Wong teaser. I don't lean like I don't look at favorites. I don't look at underdogs. I just look at spots that I like. It could be an underdog. It could be a favorite. It could be a total. It could be a prop. I don't think you should go into wagers thinking like or weeks or days if you're doing the NBA that I'm looking at favorites this week. I think you got to look at the spots, do your research, and then figure out what you like there.
When you're looking at a spot, what's the one or two things that is on your checklist that you're absolutely firing on?
We were talking about clothesline value. That's big, and look-ahead spots. So a big thing that changed lines is public money. We know that. And what gets in the public's mind is the media and the narrative. So a week prior, if you can catch a look-ahead line and then it changes by 3-4 points, did anything actually change? Is someone injured? Or did they just have a letdown game in a big spot on national TV, and that's why the lines changed so much? Those are the type of spots that you want to get behind.
All right. I wish I could go all day with you, but we got TV commercials to hit. All right, one more question. I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about your Bulls. You're here to watch them. Out the gate, phenomenal. Best start since 2016, plus 1,400 in the East. Are you going to fire on them to maybe run the table? I know it's early, but they're looking nice.
It is early. I'm not a big futures guy. I think it's too early to fire on my favorite team to win the East. It seems too, cliche. But down the road, if they continue to play what they're playing, I would nibble for sure.
What's been the most exciting thing about the Bulls thus far?
They're winning. Period, point blank. When your team's winning, it's always exciting. That's it.
I love it. Hey, Sean Little in studio. Chi-Town, the building. Appreciate you.